Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my May 2023 manga reading log. Again, this is another reading log where I didn't read a whole lot of manga this month, honestly. Like I've said in a few past videos here, I've been really focused on reading chapter books, some specifically like fantasy novels, which is something that I've been really into lately. Not just fantasy, but just books in general. It's a newfound passion I have for them. I've always loved books, but been getting back into it. That being said, my manga reading has gone down a little bit. Haven't been too focused on picking up a whole lot of new stuff. So, you know, that's sort of that. Not to say that I won't be reviewing stuff or picking up stuff at all. There's still going to be plenty of manga content here on the channel, especially coming this summer. There's some stuff coming out, and more stuff that's like series that are already out, just continuing those series. And of course, I'm going to be talking about manga such as what I'm about to show off here. Yeah, continuing One Piece, all that stuff. So manga is here to stay, but at the moment, it's just been occurring less in my life, I guess. But regardless, we do have a couple volumes here today. Both are pretty big anticipated releases for me personally. Both series I'm a big fan of. Like, there's a few series in particular that are like my favorite series right now, that are ongoing and like new series. I would say One Piece is in there, but that's been going for so long that I'm not really counting it. Same with like Vinland Saga, it's ongoing, but like it's pretty old now at this point. It's about as old as I am, if not a little bit older, I think, or I'm not sure. I think it's about the same age as me, but I'm talking about stuff that's just recently come out, that I'm a big fan of, and that are, you know, really low in the numbers of like the volume count. Anyway, these two volumes in particular, today we're going to be covering Colorless Volume 4 and Kaiju number 8 Volume 6. These two series I've talked about in the last few months a few times. Kaiju number 8 was a series that I talked about for the first time over a year ago now. When the first volume came out, I had got it, and I absolutely loved it just based off the first volume. So that's something that I've been keeping up with, and Colorless was something that I found about last Christmas, or this past Christmas, and again, fell in love with that series and been keeping up with it. So yeah, let's get into the video. So I'm just going to start off with Kaiju number 8. This volume was pretty good. It continued our battle against Kaiju number 9, which I believe started back up again in the previous volume. It didn't start in this volume. Of course, that's an enemy that they had faced previously, but then they failed to kill him, and then now he's back, more powerful than ever. Of course, our main character, what's his name? Kafka Hibino. Yeah, Kafka. He's been having trouble with his power. It reminds me a lot of like Spider-Man. If you've seen the old Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, like Spider-Man 2, I think it was Spider-Man 2 where he kind of loses his power because he doesn't like believe in himself. That's sort of like this right here. He doesn't know why he can't use his powers to like he normally would, but it's like his subconscious, like his fear in his subconscious of like accidentally going berserk and hurting other people, that's in the back of his mind that's keeping him from utilizing his powers. And so in this volume we do get a little bit of character development with him, you know, working through his mental issues and ultimately pulling up, you know. So we get that. We also get a little bit more backstory into the main female character, whose name I can't remember. Is it Kikoru? I think that's her name. I think. And her dad, who is on the the front cover here. I forget his name, but he's one of like the big dogs in the Kaiju killing military people. You know, he's like one of the generals or something. He's also kind of a douche, but there's like some reason to it, and we dive into that more in this volume. And we ultimately end the volume with a pretty big cliffhanger, as these kaiju volumes often have. A huge battle goes down with Kaiju number 9, which he's just a menace. And yeah, I'm not going to spoil exactly what happens, but it might be a little bit sad. Also, we also learn a little bit more about the chick's mom, who was like a big celebrity in the kaiju military, because these people who kill the kaiju were basically like superheroes to the citizens of this world, or to this fictional Japan. They're revered as like superheroes, pretty much, almost like they would be in like My Hero Academia or something like that, except they're like a part of the military. It's a whole thing. But her mom was very popular and sadly ended up dying, as we know. We found that out in one of the first volumes, I'm pretty sure, and we go more into that in this volume as well. So yeah, Kaiju number 8 has not stopped being just a good series, a good new gen shonen series, and yeah, it's been enjoyable. And secondly, we do have Colorless Volume 4, which I personally believe to be one of the most underrated manga out right now. It's just so freaking good. It's so cool and abstract and weird. It's very reminiscent of like Tsutomu Nihei stuff, like Abara and Blame, that kind of stuff. It's very reminiscent of that, which, if you guys don't know, I've been getting into Tsutomu Nihei stuff. I do have the first volume of Blame I got for Christmas, which I have yet to read. But then I've also read Abara and did a review of that on the channel, and I'm a big fan of his work. What I have seen of it, he's just a really cool dude, and all of his series are basically the same thing. Like, he doesn't really go too much out of his comfort zone. It's pretty much all the same series, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because he is a master at what he does. Regardless, I'm getting a little off track talking about Nihei when the series really has nothing to do with him. I love that kind of stuff is what I'm trying to say. And because of that, I love this series as well. By the end of this volume, we get into some absolutely insane stuff. Probably the final arc. I don't really know if the series has arcs because it's a short series. I believe it's only like 7 volumes. So I don't know if it technically has arcs, but at the very beginning of the series, like the opening page is like a bit of a prologue, which is like, the prologue is like a flash forward kind of thing, which some like you'll see like series, like TV shows or movies will do. When you start the movie, there will be like in the middle of an action sequence, in like the climax of the movie, and then it turns to like how did we, like the rest of the movie is like, how did we get to that point? And yeah, that's sort of how it was. But this series, it shows like something crazy happening, and then you start the beginning of the series, and now we finally reached that point where we're at that scene that was going down that we didn't have context for, but now we do. And it's kind of crazy. Again, I'm not gonna go too in depth with that because I really think everybody should read this series. It's a great sci-fi, cyberpunk, noir, detective kind of thing. It's just so cool. So yeah, read Colorless if you haven't already. This physical release is just insane. It does have colored pages sometimes, and yeah, it's fabulous. I don't know what else to say about Colorless other than just read it for yourself. I do have a video on my channel talking about what exactly it is, where I covered the first 15 chapters, or I think it was the first 2 volumes. It's like an initial impressions review. I wanted to do another video talking about Colorless, but I decided to just cover it here in the reading log because it's only 7 volumes, so I'll just make another video on Colorless whenever the series wraps up. and I'll give like a full review. But yeah, Colorless, it's banging. Anyways, guys, that is going to about do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy the manga reading log, just briefly talking about these 2 volumes. I know it's not a lot, but yeah, I just really wanted to talk about Kaiju and Colorless, 2 of my favorite series out right now. Yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I would greatly appreciate it. And be sure to join the official Discord server down in the description, where we can continue talking about these series, having conversations with the homies, because my server is banging. Not a lot of people on it, but the people on here are pretty chill. So yeah, be sure to join with in the description. We would love to have you. And yeah, thank you guys for all the support lately. We have been gaining some more traction a little bit, so thank you all. And yeah, more videos to come, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.